painting my condo with lots of different Benjamin Moore samples over the past few years, and I've settled on some colors that I really love, and I thought I'd share them with you in case you're interested or looking for new colors for your home. The first color I want to talk about is this beautiful dark brown color on my fireplace wall. It is called Barista, and it's from Benjamin Moore's Affinity collection, and I believe it's number AF-175. You can look it up on, they have their own app, which I highly recommend. It's so fun to scroll through all their paint samples on their app. You can even do like color visualizers and insert your pictures and see what different colors of paint look like in your own space. But yes, so I got that color from Benjamin Moore, and what inspired me to color my wall here with a rich dark brown was I was traveling to go see my sister down in Arizona, and we went on one of those decorator home tours, and in one of the rooms in the kitchen actually there was this beautiful dark brown wall, and I was transfixed. The rest of the group went on the rest of the tour to look at the other rooms, and I was just like staring at this deep, beautiful, warm brown wall. So a few years later, it's time to paint my condo, and I remember that color and I just went for it. And even though it's very dark and very rich, I thought, I'm gonna just see how it goes. And so I did, and I fell in love with it. It is in a matte finish, which I really think works well because it hides a lot. Not only does the dark color hide a lot, but the matte finish hides a lot. So I have some screws when I had to move the curtain rod up, and you can't even see where those were. So it hides a lot. It's very forgiving, and it just is a color you can melt into. And I just, when it gets dark in here at night, I just love it. I sink into this wall. So to contrast the dark brown, the Barista, I chose to use Navajo White on my fireplace mantle, and I use the Advance formula. So if you're going to paint wood or cabinets or furniture, you're going to need to sand, use a primer, and then you want to use the Advance line of paints. And this again is Navajo White, and it's a very warm white, and it's a darker, creamier ivory color. So it does show very yellow. So, and this is a south and west facing room. So on those sunny evenings, it really does look yellow. This is also Navajo White on this wall. It doesn't look too yellow right now. It just looks like a nice warm white, but when that sun pours in, yeah. So I think Navajo White would work really, really well in a north facing room or an east facing room if you don't like it to be too yellow. It works for me because I'm okay with that, but I know a lot of people like a neutral or cooler white. Now, I have seen condos in my area that used a neutral or cooler white, and it just goes flat. It's like gray. It almost looks dingy. So I'm glad I went with the warmer white, but it's hard to find that balance, right? Where it's not too warm, but not too yellow, but just right. So yeah, I would have probably gone a little less yellow, but overall, I love the Navajo White, and I love how it works with Barista. So in order to balance this wall, because it is a heavy wall, I do have a cabinet that's dark brown in my dining room adjacent to this room, so that kind of balances the weight. But I also, here, I'll turn the camera, made sure that I got, you know, like a pillow over here. That pillow's like a Pottery Barn pillow. And then I have a dark brown table here. And I also got some chair covers in the dark brown. The fireplace screen I actually painted with some brown, but it's like spray paint brown. And you should, if you're painting your fireplace, you should use something that is heat tolerant. And I did do that around the screen with a black that is heat tolerant. And then I just took my chances and I dabbed some spray paint using just like a sponge actually to paint the screen dark brown so it complemented the wall. It looks black on the camera, but it is a dark brown color. Yeah, and then my metals in here, I do have some like oil rubbed bronze. I got this lamp from Amazon, but I put a Ballard shade on that. Isn't that cute, that Ballard seagrass? It really elevated this lamp, by the way, but that helps to balance the brown of the wall. And then this painting I just did, that's a DIY, but it has more of the brown in there. And the other lamp has a brown base, that oil rubbed bronze. But I also have some brass accents in here. I have a brass coffee table here, antique brass, but a cabinet over here, there's like the oil rubbed bronze. And then this table too has the darker color. So you can kind of see how it works with the dark brown. You know, I only did the 2 walls in here. I didn't want to do this side wall because I think it would have been too dark. So I'm glad I stopped, you know, at the window wall and the fireplace wall. And the light doesn't really go on that wall anyway because the light is coming through there. Oh, the Halloween lights just came on. But you know, it's just paint. I think if you're hesitant or afraid to use color, to just go for it. You can always paint over it. I know paint is expensive too, and Benjamin Moore is not cheap, but sometimes you just got to go for it. I painted many walls over and over, different colors. My neighbors think I'm a little nuts for painting all the time, and you know, sometimes I have to paint a whole wall and live with it for a week or more before I don't realize that, oh no, I don't like it. But you know, you want to be comfortable in your space. You want your space to support your well-being, and I really think color and decor can do that for you. So I hope you like my review of Navajo White and Barista from Benjamin Moore. It's great quality paint. I will not use anything else. I know Sherwin-Williams is really good too. I've used some of that in another room that I'll show you another day. But if you've been curious about Navajo White or Barista, I hope this helps you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. More videos will be coming with different rooms and different opinions on paint colors. Thanks for watching.